เจ้าจะไปไสเจ้า
The Medium is a 2021 Thai South Korean mockumentary supernatural horror film, co-written and produced by Na Hong Jin, and directed by Banjong Pisanthanakin. It is a co-production of Thailand's GDH 559 and South Korea's Showbox. A Thai documentary team travels to the northeast part of Thailand, Isan, to document the daily life of a local medium, Nim, who is possessed by the spirit of Bayan, a local deity whom the villagers worship.
เมื่อก่อนไม่เคยคิดอยากจะเป็นร่างทรงนะฝืนด้วยไม่ได้อยากจะเป็น
Bayan is an ancestral god and has been possessing women in Nim's family for generations. The latest in the line of succession was Nim's sister, Noi. However, Noi did not wish to be a medium and turned to Christianity. The spirit of Bayan moved on to Nim and has been with her ever since. While en route to the funeral of Noi's husband, Wyrich, Nim reveals misfortune always befall the men in Wyrich's family. His father's factory went bankrupt and he committed suicide after he was caught setting fire to the factory for insurance fraud. His son, Mac, died from a motorbike accident.
ให้น้าไปเอาของให้หน่อยนี่แมวเขียนหมดแล้วว่าอะไรตรงไหนบ้างเนี่ยมึงพูดอะไรมึงพูดมาดิกูเนี่ยพูดอะไรอ่ะยังไม่ใครบอกมึงจะเล่นมึงมิกใจเย็นๆมันด่ากูเมื่อกี้มันด่า
Noi only has one daughter left, Mink, who does not believe in shamanism and attends church with her mother.
มิงเป็นลูกสาวคนเดียวจริงๆแล้วน้อยกับ
Mink's family and friends, as well as the documentary crew, notice Mink displaying strange and aggressive behaviors, along with displaying multiple personalities such as one of an old man, a drunkard, a child, and a prostitute.
Safi
มิงเอาว่านพัตตบะไว้ในห้องครับมันมีอะไรอะครับ
She starts to have strange dreams, hearing voices in her head, and experiences debilitating abdominal and vaginal pain. Nim is initially convinced Bayan wishes Mink to succeed Nim, but Noi refuses to let Nim perform an acceptance ceremony to move Bayan's spirit onto her daughter.
มึงเอาความบิลีมา
Nim later starts to suspect Bayan is not actually involved. She discovers that Mink had an incestuous relationship with her late brother, Mac, and that he had not actually died from a motorbike accident but hanged himself. She concludes that Mac is trying to kill Mink and engages in a ceremony to convince Mac not to kill Mink. The acceptance ceremony fails and Nim realizes, too late, that Mac is also not involved. Meanwhile, after discovering Mink in the shower with her wrist slit, Noi is convinced Bayan is punishing Mink for Noi's refusal to be a successor and arranges for the acceptance ceremony to be performed by another shaman without Nim's knowledge. condition deteriorates after the ceremony and she bludgeons Noi with a camera from the crew. Nim goes up to the mountain to pray and is distressed when she discovers that someone has decapitated the statue of Bayan, a sign of mockery to a sacred idol. Nim seeks help from her shaman friend, Sandy, and he tells her that Mink isn't just possessed by one spirit, but hundreds of spirits whom Wairij's ancestors had beheaded. Santi explains that the acceptance ceremony has essentially made Mink a ready vessel for the spirits. In the days leading up to the ritual, Mink is seemingly possessed and haunts the family in various manners, such as boiling the family dog alive and eating it, eating raw meat from the fridge, and climbing into Noi's bed while she is asleep and taunting her. The day before the ritual, Nim passes away in her sleep under mysterious circumstances. Sandy proceeds with the ritual using Noi as a vessel. However, the ritual fails after Mink's aunt-in-law tears the sacred Yentra cloth, keeping Mink locked up in her room, convinced that her son was locked inside with Mink. Chaos and violence soon follows as evil spirits begin to possess. They start dancing maniacally and suddenly fight against each other, attacking and kill the shaman, his students, and everyone involved in the ceremony, including the documentary crew, by stabbing, biting, and consuming them alive. Bayan seemingly possessing Noi causes a brief respite, as Noi starts directing the surviving students to continue the ritual. She chants a prayer while touching Mink, but is distracted when she calls her mother, and eventually overwhelmed. A mid-credit scene occurs during the day before Nim's death while preparing for the ritual. Nim is visibly frustrated as the preparations are not going well. She suffers a crisis of faith and confesses to questioning if Bayan had ever possessed her before breaking down off-screen.